trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 6.
Coming up tonight from the flames, Omaha police officers conduct an intense rescue. How they were able to rescue a 4-year-old boy from a burning home. Also tonight, an organization and a church team up to make your yard work easier this summer by they're allowing people to borrow their tools for free. And hungry pups, the Beatrice Humane Society rescuing 7 puppies from Oklahoma. What new obstacle they have to overcome now? We begin tonight with a chance of severe weather in some parts of Nebraska. We've been dealing with the heat in the capital city today. Citizen journalist Parween sending this video into the Now Local News app. She's got the above ground pool out there. It looks like the kiddie pool. Yeah, sometimes, you know what, kid or adult, you just like to splash down into that thing. Good way to stay cool on this hot Tuesday. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Good to have you with us. I'm Rod Fowler. Yes, a hot and muggy situation across much of the state, and that is popping up some thunderstorms, especially west of here. For us here in Lincoln, you can see quite a few clouds, and that actually kept our temperatures a little bit cooler today. Still in the 90s, though. What could tonight bring, and what are some people seeing right now? Here's meteorologist Dominic Ferraro with the latest.
Hey, good evening, Rod. First, how do we get a pool over here? That looked pretty nice and certainly on the warm side today, so that was a good day to get that out. And now it's sparking up a few storms as you head out towards the west. Got an eye here on a couple severe thunderstorm warnings. We'll go ahead and take a look at this one here for McCook and Red Willow County. This until 6:45 p.m. tonight, and we are monitoring then the potential for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Nickel-sized hail for the moment, but these storms have been strong throughout the last couple of hours, even kicking up dust and reducing visibility in parts of Hitchcock County. That was about an hour or so ago now, but still the potential then for these strong storms to continue. In fact, we have a new update here to our severe weather alerts. We have a tornado watch in place for central and western Nebraska until midnight tonight. So if you're in any of these yellow counties, now's the time to review that severe weather plan. Have multiple ways to receive severe weather alerts, especially because these storm chances are going to continue here into the evening hours. Then a handful of counties along the Kansas-Nebraska line under a severe thunderstorm watch, also until midnight. Now, if you take a look quick here in the capital city, fairly cloudy out there, actually. Maybe a little bit of blue skies sneaking in there. It's 87 at the Lincoln Airport, 89 here at the studio with winds out of the south between 10 to 15 miles per hour, even closer than maybe to 20. And then as we take a look at those current temperatures, 87 in Lincoln, 97 in Holdridge, with a feels like temperature then still here in the mid-90s for southeastern Nebraska. So it's going to stay hot and muggy for a little bit longer. We do get a little break from the humidity as we go through the next couple days. Also several more chances for storms. We'll have the latest details coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Dominic. New at 6, 2 Omaha police officers being recognized after a daring rescue. They were able to get a 4-year-old boy out of a burning home. Officers Ekstrom and Baxter arriving to the scene, the home completely engulfed in flames. Take a look at these pictures they provided us. Residents telling the officers their 4-year-old was still inside. Officers kicked in a basement window, yelling for the boy. He followed their voices, and they were able to pull him out. The boy suffered some cuts and some smoke inhalation, but he's okay. Omaha police saying the officers' quick actions saved that boy by putting their own lives on the line. Breaking now, a Saline County deputy taken to the hospital after getting pinned by a car. Behind me is the scene of the Walmart parking lot there in Crete where the incident occurred early this morning. The deputy firing his weapon while pinned between his patrol car and the suspect's pickup. Here's what we know. Police were called to the store for a suspicious vehicle. They say 26-year-old Enrique Morales of Oklahoma City refused to cooperate and then drove off around the parking lot. Deputies got involved, and that's when the shot was fired. Morales was not hit. They were able to use spike strips to flatten his tires. He's in custody tonight facing several charges. The deputy has non-life-threatening injuries. And Channel 8 learned a little while ago, hazardous device technicians are on the scene in South Lincoln after a grenade was found near a Goodwill at 29th and Folkway. KOCAN capturing this scene on the Now Local News app. We're told investigators are working to determine if the grenade is alive or inactive, and if any danger, if there's any, in the area. We'll be sure to let you know as soon as we do on air and on our Now Local News app. Well, right now, one local animal shelter hitting what you could say a rough spot. The Beatrice Humane Society recently taking in 7 puppies from a shelter in Oklahoma. But an unexpected problem has left staff there scrambling to keep them fed. Channel 8's Emma Norwood spoke with the shelter about how they're coping.
Here at the Beatrice Humane Society, these 7 puppies may be small, but caring for them is a big task. So when the shelter noticed that their formula was no longer safe to use, they knew they'd have to find alternatives, and they began asking for a little help.
7 new mouths to feed, but with one big problem.
We actually had to throw away our entire 18-pound bag of formula that these guys were planning on consuming.
These puppies rescued from a rural shelter, traveling all the way from Oklahoma to the Beatrice Humane Society. But shortly after their arrival, Beatrice officials finding their regular formula they'd used to keep the puppies fed had been recalled due to too high traces of vitamin D.
We had to go right over to our trash supplier at our Walmart and buy out what they had as far as formula. And that's a pretty big expense for us as an organization when buying in bulk, we're able to decrease those costs.
This 18-pound bag of formula usually saves the shelter money and feeds the puppies for almost a week. But now, due to the recall, they're having to buy these 10-ounce cans of formula, and that doesn't cover nearly as many meals.
When purchased at like Tractor Supply or Walmart or any of the grocery stores that carry it, is incredibly expensive. About $30 for a canister that will last me less than a day with 7 puppies. $25 to $30 per day for feeding is excessive.
The company is remaking the formula and is giving Beatrice Humane Society a full refund. Still, the shelter asking for a little help from the community to keep their bellies full.
Did our post today kind of just saying, hey, you know, when you're at the grocery store and you see one of these things on sale, pick them up and toss them in the cart. Bring it out to us a couple weeks later. It doesn't matter to us. These are things that we will always need. When we have our community supporting us, making sure that they know the little ways that they can help and, keep us moving forward is really important to us.
FIDE says these puppies should be off of formula in just a few weeks. But for now, they have a wish list linked in this article on our website, KOKNTV.com. Reporting here in Beatrice, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
I think Emma wanted to bring one of those puppies home. Thank you, Emma. New tonight, first responders getting the gurney out after a crash on 70th and O. Citizen journalist Brian sending us this view of the aftermath into our Now Local News app. The car right there, you can see some serious front end damage, even the airbags deployed. We're reaching out to police to see how serious any injuries were. We'll get you updated as soon as we get new details coming in. Stay with us. We have more heading your way after the break, including tools for you. Why an organization and a church decided to team up and create a basement full of tools for anyone to borrow. And don't forget, tonight at 7 o'clock right here on Channel 8, Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. Las Vegas Knights holding a 2-1 series lead against the Carolina Hurricanes. The first 3 games, they have been electric, and you won't have to touch your remote to catch Game 4. Again, it's right here, 7 o'clock our time on Channel 8. Stay with us. We're back in 1 minute. The summer weather here, many of you are going to be outside working in the garden, or maybe you have some home repairs to do. Do you need a little help? There's a group of folks who are lending out tools for free. Channel 8's Danielle Da Silva has the story.
From screwdrivers to drills to power saws, the basement of the First Plymouth Church in Lincoln has rows of tools neatly laid out for the taking, thanks to the generous collaboration of neighbors and NeighborWorks. Brent Lukey is a community builder with Neighbor Works, usually working to bring affordable housing opportunities to Lincoln. He's now helping bring the community together through the tool library.
Life's a lot easier when you know your neighbors, and it's even easier when you share things with your neighbors instead of having to go out and buy all your own tools individually.
Lukey founded it alongside local teacher Emily Trownick, and it's located in the Nair South neighborhood. But all are welcome to check out one of the over 250 donated tools. They've had 57 checkouts since their launch in March.
One of the volunteers at the desks will check you out. You get it for a week or 2 weeks if you ask, and you can renew it for up to a month, whether it's a hedge trimmer or a size of screwdriver that you need. It's free for everyone that lives in Lincoln.
Run by volunteers like retired contractor Roger Reynolds, they are open 4 days a week. Reynolds says it's exciting to hear about how the tools are making a real difference in the lives of many Lincolnites.
A lot of times they're either first-time home buyers or they've moved into the neighborhood and they're in an apartment. They don't have room to store all these tools, and so they can come in and check out what they need. And we get to hear stories about their starting gardens or trying to get their lawn going.
Tynan Stewart came in for the electric lawnmower.
It's a very valuable community resource. I think it's amazing that you can just pop in here with no strings attached and get these amazing tools for free, just like you're checking out books from the library.
Oh, and they have actual books too.
If you're really, jonesing to do a project in your house or on your yard, we also do have some DIY guidebooks and things in the collection as well.
Lukey says nonprofits have also used their service, like Indigenous Foodways, using their electric rototiller to till soil in their gardens.
Danielle Da Silva reporting for us. By the way, if you want to learn more about this or if you want to borrow a tool, we have information on our website, KOKNTV.com, under the Links We Mentioned tab.
And chances for showers and thunderstorms continue into this evening. A few may be severe. Also looking at several other chances for storms in the forecast over the coming days. We'll have more details coming up after the break.
Now, some are calling for change after the state auditor's review of the WIC program. The state auditor is saying the program is allowing people with higher incomes to receive benefits that are intended for, of course, lower income families. Mike Foley is arguing weak oversight and federal rules are to blame, letting some who are financially secure legally qualify for these benefits. He says through his audits, he's finding some families living in homes valued at more than $500,000 qualifying for WIC. Now, the department, HHS here in Nebraska, is responding saying participants like these qualify through existing regulations like Medicaid. New at 6, Mayor Lyrin Geerler-Baird lending a hand to local musicians today. She's announcing that 3 local artists will be selected for an artist development program. The program will offer $35,000 in scholarships and be led by Maroon 5 lead guitarist James Valentine, who, as many of you know, is a Lincoln native himself. Here's the mayor at the Music Box today talking about how important this program is for the city.
It's meant to incubate the next generation of artists and musicians who want to cultivate careers in the music industry from right here in Lincoln, Nebraska.
We'll make sure to keep you posted as they come closer to the exciting decision of which lucky artist will be granted this opportunity.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
Well, a busy couple of hours ahead here for the state, and we're going to keep tracked into a few strong to severe storms going through the next couple of hours. I want to take a little bit of a broad view here first. As you can see, storms firing up in western portions of Kansas, also starting to make their way into southwestern Nebraska and portions of the Panhandle. This whole line here is going to try and move then off to the north and then to the east over the next couple of hours. And as we can see here, a couple warnings in Nebraska already. First down towards McCook, then a few there in the Panhandle, also including the Chadron area. So mainly so far 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, nickel to quarter size hail with these warnings, but we expect them to reach a better environment here in central portions of the state, and for that we have a couple watches to make everyone aware of. I'll go ahead and get out of the way here. In yellow, that's your tornado watch that goes until midnight. That includes the city of O'Neill, North Platte, Grand Island, Kearney, Hastings, and then right along the Kansas-Nebraska line there, a severe thunderstorm watch also until 12 a.m. So over the next couple of hours is when we do expect these storms to really ramp up, and we may have to see those watches continue to be moved then off to the east, depending how long those storms can hold together. But here in the capital city so far, quiet, hot, and humid. And your ABC Seamless camera looking off there to the east. Temperatures still in the upper 80s. A few spots here, Holdridge, McCook into the mid to upper 90s. So it's definitely a warm day out there, and still looking at temperatures close to 90 in Beatrice, Oahu, the Omaha Metro. Falls City still at 88 degrees. It's 93 still in Hebron with those heat index values then. Not much better in the mid-90s still. So if you are heading out for any Tuesday night plans, drink plenty of water, give yourself a break if you start to feel yourself kind of get overworked. Keep an eye on the heat illness too, in both yourself and then for others. A few passing clouds in your satellite. Nothing really in terms of activity yet here in eastern Nebraska. We'll keep an eye then on these storms as they progress off from western Nebraska over the next couple of hours. Here's what Stormcast thinks. Handling things fairly well so far. We do expect these to grow upscale just a little bit in the next couple of hours as they move closer to the Tri-Cities then between 8, 9, 10 o'clock tonight, and then we'll continue to try and move off to the north and east. They're going to run into more of a less favorable environment from a vertical motion standpoint here in eastern Nebraska. We have plenty of storm fuel, but they're going to have to work through what we call a cap in the atmosphere for eastern Nebraska in order for these to continue to maintain themselves. And models so far, especially for us in southeast Nebraska, haven't been super keen on that. But if they can erode through that cap or that lid, then we could see a few stronger storms for our area too. Hence the reason why it's important to stay up to date with the latest forecast. And then in the wake of this, we'll see a few light showers in eastern Nebraska for the start of your Wednesday, and ultimately plenty of sunshine here by the afternoon. But that helps reload the atmosphere for another chance of storms then as we head towards very late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, right along and then maybe just to the north of Interstate 80. We'll see what models continue to do with this after those morning showers move through on Wednesday, and we'll have the latest for you coming up over the next couple of days, or really the next day or so. So another situation just to keep an eye on things. So in terms of the severe weather potential tonight, oh my goodness, enhanced level 3 out of 5 risk there in orange. That's where we can see numerous severe storms. The potential then for a tornado is in the forecast, mainly for northeastern Nebraska and north central Nebraska. Large hail, damaging winds, certainly a concern. We've already seen some stronger wind gusts out of those storms in southwest Nebraska. So really as they grow upscale here in central Nebraska, that will be one to keep an eye on. Temperatures, though, by Thursday, looking a little better, back down to the low to mid 80s. That's about where we'll stay then through the start of the weekend. Saturday, another day to keep an eye on. The Storm Prediction Center already keeping an eye on southeastern Nebraska for the potential of severe weather there. And then we'll get a couple days in the mid 70s. And after today and tomorrow, that's going to feel real nice.
All right, thank you, Dominic. New at 6, the Cass County Sheriff's Office sending one of their deputies to an accident investigator conference. Check this out. Sergeant Beam got to see some live crash tests involving heavy trucks. They say training like this helps keep their staff sharp and prepared while also getting them some continuing education hours, which is required to maintain professional accreditation. 3 more patients involved in the hantavirus outbreak are leaving UNMC. Just like the patients who left prior, they will be monitored by their local health departments to ensure they finish quarantining in their homes, in their home states. 2 weeks of quarantine remain for them and the patients who are still at UNMC to ensure they do not develop any symptoms of hantavirus. We'll keep you up to date as we draw closer to the end of this quarantine. Well, the end of that is coming up, but the beginning of our Sports Zone tonight is right ahead. Nate, the Husker basketball team will be visiting the Windy City this coming season?
Yeah, they will. Rod, going to be heading out to Chicago. Going to have more on that. They're going to be heading there in November. More Husker basketball talk coming up next.
Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Greens Furnace and Plumbing. Here's Channel 8 News Sports with Sports Director Nate Johnson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
The Huskers will head to Chicago for a battle with Butler in a non-conference matchup in November. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for tuning into the Sports Zone. Nebraska men's basketball added Another piece of the puzzle for next season's schedule. The team will head east to the Windy City to take on Butler next season, which will be the first meeting between the two schools since an 80-76 Husker win in the first round of the 2019 NIT. Nebraska leads the all-time series 3-1, and the meeting will be the first regular season matchup between the schools since December 29th, 1986. Head coach Fred Hoiberg said in part of a statement, we were looking to add another high-profile game as we finalized our non-conference schedule, and this matchup with Butler had many of the things we were looking for. So here's a look at the Huskers' neutral site games scheduled for next season. As of now, some pretty good competition, some fun environments. Providence, Boise State, Missouri, and now Butler should all provide a good challenge for a Husker team looking to keep the momentum going next season. Now, a pair of Nebraska baseball players were awarded some All-Central Region honors today. Carson Yassa and Dylan Carey earned All-Central Region honors from the American Baseball Coaches Association. Yassa earned first-team recognition by the ABCA, while Carey garnered a second-team selection as a shortstop. The Husker duo is the fifth and sixth all-region selections under head coach Will Bolt. The two were key pieces, obviously, to Big Red's season this past year. And speaking of baseball, well, plenty of Huskers will suit it up this summer in a variety of collegiate baseball leagues. You can take a look here at the players playing across the summer, across the country. Excited to see how these guys do in these programs in the summer. From college to the pros, let's take a look at some of our local teams in action tonight. A couple of games going on. Lincoln will take on Chicago at 6:30 p.m. Las Vegas and Omaha not till 7:05 tonight. Omaha getting ready for a home stand. And then Texas taking on Kansas City at 6:40. All those coming up later tonight. Finally, tonight is the Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals, a series leaning Vegas' way right now. The Golden Knights lead 2-1 over the Carolina Hurricanes. Puck drop set for 7 p.m. You can watch all the action right here on KLKN, and we'll see you after the game later tonight. That'll do it for sports, though. Rod will go ahead and send things over to you.
Thank you, Nate. Let's get a final check of the weather with Tom and see what people can expect this evening.
Absolutely. Tracking the potential then for severe weather really through the next couple of hours for central and western Nebraska. That's going to try and make its way off then to the east. We have a tornado watch in place and a severe thunderstorm watch in place, both until midnight tonight. The tornado watch there in yellow, severe thunderstorm watch then in pink. We're going to keep an eye on this through the next couple of hours. You can follow me on social media at Dom Ferraro WX on both X and Facebook. I'll have constant updates throughout the night there. And again, here at your 10 o'clock newscast. Temperatures going forward, though, still on the warm side for your Wednesday. A little bit more, of a relief from the humidity as we go throughout the day there. Back into the 80s on Thursday, mainly keeping an eye on that chance for showers and thunderstorms late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. Back then into the mid-80s on Friday with those high temperatures close to average this time of year. So that's at least some good news there. Some more storm chances as we head through the weekend. And then once we come out the other side of that, we're looking at highs in the mid-70s. So I know certainly after the warmer temperatures today, warmer temperatures coming tomorrow, that's going to feel pretty good.
I think so. All right. Thank you so much, Dominic. And thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoy your evening. Enjoy the hockey game. We'll see you right after that.
Founded and operated by American veterans and patriots, we bring a warrior ethos to every case. We are Barry Law.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join.